Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of this part 3 series, and remember, if this video is for you, please ensure that you're learning, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe so that we can all prepare for it. So 21, a dress which cost $180 is being sold at a discount of 10%, which is something everybody like when discount is being given. So the amount of the discount is, so what we're trying to find is 10% of this dress. So it is 10, same as 10 over 100 multiplied by 180, and that would equal to $18. So therefore the discount that the person is receiving on this dress is $18. So 22, if $7,000 is borrowed at the rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, the simple interest is, so guys, remember, simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time, and all of that is divided by 100. And in this case, we're now trying to find the simple interest, where in part 1 of this series we're trying to find the rate. So therefore simple interest is equal to the principal of 7,000 multiplied by the rate of 5% multiplied by the time of 3 years, and all of that is divided by 100. We can cancel the zeros from the 100 with the zeros from the 7,000, and that will leave us with 70 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3, which would make it an easier calculation for us. So therefore simple interest is $1,050. And yes guys, this is a repeat question if you're wondering. So wait, didn't I see this before? Yes, you have. So you can check the links in the description below for access to other years that we have worked before, and you'll see other questions that have repeated. So 23, -2 multiplied by this bracket. So before we start working, remember, a negative times a negative always results in a positive. So therefore -2 multiplied by positive x will leave us with -2x, but -2 multiplied by -4 will leave us with +8. So therefore our answer is -2 plus 8, and therefore answer for 23 is A. So you can just look at that working and continue to practice. 24, if x is an integer that satisfies the inequality 2x is greater than 4 and 2x is equal to or less than 6. So therefore we're looking at a number that can replace x, that will allow 2x to be greater than 4, but at the same time it must always be less than 6 or equal to 6. So we can just look at the answer. So A is saying x is greater than 2. So therefore the first number that we'll be using is 3 if we're using A. So it will be 2, 3, 6, and therefore 6 is greater than 4 and 6 is equal to 6. So therefore our answer for 24 is A, as if you look at the other options, they start with negative numbers, and should we input a negative number where x is, for example, -2, 2 times -2 is -4, and -4 is definitely not greater than 4, and it is not equal to 6. It is less than 6, but therefore it does not fulfill or satisfy the inequality where 2x is greater than 4. So therefore all the other options with the negative numbers could not be our answer. 25, the total cost of 3 pens and 2 boxes is, so it is referring to this diagram above. So 1 pen cost x dollars and 1 box cost y dollars. So therefore, so 1 pen is x dollars and 1 box is $3. So therefore 3 pens would be 3 multiplied by x, and 2 box would be 2 multiplied by y dollars. So therefore total is 3x plus 2y, and therefore answer for 25 is the D. So therefore it is like saying 1 pen is $10. So therefore what is the cost of 3 pens? you just simply multiply the 10 by 3. And one box is $25. So what would be the cost of 2 boxes? It would be 2 multiplied by 3. So it's just looking at it from a more practical side. So, and that is all we need to do sometime to get these answers. So 26, 3x squared multiplied by 2x cubed. So remember guys, this is indices of multiplication. So therefore, once base are the same, you just add the indices. So it would be, let's just separate it. So it would be 3 multiplied by 2 to give us 6, and x squared multiplied by x cubed to give us x raised to the 5th power. And that is simply what we do. So it is law of indices multiplication, and therefore answer 426 is A. And we're moving nicely along. P is equal to, and by the way, that one is worked on the 2011 paper. I think the 2007, 2005, I gave different explanation for each, so you can check the 2011. A very in-depth explanation was given. 27, P is equal to m squared divided by 2 minus m, where m is equal to -3. What is the value of P? So wherever guys we see m, we will replace it with -3. So therefore P is equal to -3 squared divided by 2 minus, in bracket, -3. So remember, when you square a negative number, it becomes positive. So 3 3 is 9. So we now have a positive 9. And this negative sign from the -3 multiplied by the minus sign or negative sign will give us positive. So it becomes 2 plus 3. So we now have 9.5 or 9 divided by 5. And that is in our answer as C. So therefore we do not need to simplify or turn this into an improper fraction, or rather a mixed fraction, sorry. So we do not need to simplify and turn it into a mixed fraction. So our answer 427 is C. 28, if AB is equal to B over A minus 1, then 7. 28 is equal to, so wherever we see A, we'll replace it with 7, and wherever we see B, we will replace it with 28. So therefore it will be 28 divided by 7 minus 1, and 28 divided by 7 is 4, so it is 4 minus 1, and that is equal to 3, and therefore answer 428 is C. And yes, you've seen that before as well. So 29, if 5x minus 26 is equal to x plus 50, then the value of x is, so we're trying to solve for x, so it is 5x minus 26 is equal to x plus 50. So therefore we're putting the x on one side of the equation and all the numbers on one side, so it becomes 5x minus x is equal to 50 plus 26, and we now have 4x is equal to 76, and therefore x is equal to 76 divided by 4, and x is equal to 19, and our answer 429 is D. So 30, John has X marbles and Max has twice as many. So let me just write down what we understand so far, what we have. So John have X marbles and Max has twice as many. Max gives John 5 of his marbles. How many marbles does Max now have? So Max had 2x marbles and he gave away 5. So it's like you have 10 mangoes, and from this 10 mangoes, so Susan had 5, you had 10, and you decide to give Susan 5 of your mangoes. How would you result in how many mangoes you now have? It would be 10 minus the 5. So it is the same way. Max had 2x and he gave away 5 of his marbles, so it is 2x minus 5, and therefore answer 430 is C. So 31, when 8 is subtracted from a certain number, so when 8 is subtracted from a certain number and the result is multiplied by 3, the answer is 21. So what I understand is that there must be a bracket. So 8 is subtracted from a certain number. So x is subtracted from that certain number and the result is multiplied by 3. The answer is 21. So that is what comes to mind when I read that question. So x subtracted from a certain number. What is this certain number? We don't know, which is what we're trying to find. So now it is our duty to solve for x. Yes, that is our duty in math, to always solve x's problems. So it is now x minus 8 is equal to 21 divided by 3. Why divided by 3? The 3 was multiplying on the left side of the equation, so when it goes to the right, it will now be dividing. So it is x minus 8 equal to 7, as 21 divided by 3 is 7. So therefore, x is equal to 7 plus 8, right? So remember, the 8 was being minus on the left hand side, so when it goes to the right hand side it will be adding. So therefore x is equal to 15, and our answer for 31 is D. And you can check if this is correct. You can just say 15 minus 8, right? So you're putting it back in the original equation, so it is 15 minus 8 to give us 7, and 3 times 7 is 21, and that is how we know that our answer is indeed 15. The volume of a cube with edge 10 centimeter is, remember the equation, volume is equal to edge cube or length cube, so it is length times length times length, or edge times edge times edge, so it is 10 times 10 times 10, and that is 1000. And if you've been practicing, I don't have to tell you that that question has been repeated many times. So 33, a car travels 80 kilometers in 2.5 hours. What is its speed in kilometers per hour? So remember, speed is equal to distance divided by time, and in this case our distance is 80 kilometers and our time is 2.5 hours. So 80 divided by 2.5 is 32, and our answer for 33 is B. So 34, given that 1 millimeter is equal to 1 upon 1000 meters, express 2500 millimeters in meters. So it is 1 millimeter is equal to, so 1 upon 1000 is the same as 0.001, and we're expressing 2500 millimeters in meters, which is x. So now we're cross multiplying to solve for x, so therefore x is equal to 2500 multiplied by 0.001, and all of that is divided by 1, and we know any number divided by 1 is itself, so therefore all we need to do is solve what is in the bracket and we will be good. So therefore 2500 multiplied by 0.001 is 2.5, so therefore answer for 34 is B. So x is equal to 2.5, so 34 is B. So guys, remember to practice these calculations. I cannot emphasize that enough. So 35, AOB is a sector of a circle such that angle AOB is 60 degrees and OB is r units long. The area of AOB is, so remember the formula for a sector of a circle in finding the area is angle divided by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by r squared. The important thing to note is that the r is squared. That is a mistake that students take to make repeatedly. They forget to square the r. So it is 60 divided by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by r squared, and we can simplify by saying 60 into itself goes 1 time, 60 into 360 goes 6 times, and we're left with 1 over 6 multiplied by pi multiplied by r squared, and therefore answer for 35 is A. And don't fret about these formulas. They're usually given at the front of the booklet. So 36, the distance around the edge of a circular pond is 88 meters. The radius in meters is, so circumference is equal to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by r. So it is 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by r. So therefore the circumference is given as 88. So it is equal to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by r, and we are making r the subject of the formula, so we're moving the 2 and the pi to the left side of the equation, so they're multiplying on the right, so when they go across they are now dividing. So it is 88 divided by 2 multiplied by pi, and that is equal to r, and therefore answer 436 is D. As we can see, that is given as a solution. And we're moving right along. A man leaves home at 10:15, which is the same as 22:15 hours, and reaches his destination at 4 hours, which is 4 a.m. on the following day in the same time zone. How many hours did the journey take? I think since we've been working, this question has only been repeated once. So it is 10:15 to 12 o'clock, which is 1 hour and 45 minutes, and 12 to 4 is 4 hours, so therefore total is 4 plus 1, which is 5, so it is 5 hours and 45 minutes, and 45 minutes the same as 3/4, so therefore answer 437 is B, and we're moving right along. So 38, the area of a triangle is 30 centimeters square and its base is 10 centimeter. What is the height? So area of a triangle is equal to half base times height. So it is half base times the height, which we're trying to find, and the area is 30 equal half multiplied by the base of 10 multiplied by height, which we are trying to find. So we need to make height the subject of the formula. So therefore this becomes 30 multiplied by 2 upon 1, and all of that is divided by 10. So this one is from the 2 upon 1, and that is divided by 10, and that is equal to the height, which we're trying to find. So 30 times 2 is 60 divided by 10 equal height. So therefore 10 divided by 60 is 6, and therefore height is 6. So 38 is A. So 39, the perimeter of a square is 48 centimeter. What is the area? So remember, perimeter of a square is side plus side plus side. So remember, perimeter is adding everything around, and the square has 4 equal sides. So therefore we can easily say that means the length of each side is 48 divided by 4, and that would equal to 12, as 4 into 4 goes 1 time, 4 into 8 goes 2 times. So therefore the area, what is the area of a square? It is side times side, or side square. So it is 12 multiplied by 12. So we're now looking at the area, which is 144. So therefore answer 439 is D. So just you need to remember little formula like these. So 40, the diagram not drawn to scale shows a cylinder of radius 3 centimeter and height 8 centimeter. The volume is, so volume of a cylinder, volume of a cylinder is equal to pi multiplied by r square multiplied by height. So therefore volume is equal to pi multiplied by r square, which is 3 square, multiplied by a height of 8. So therefore volume is equal to pi multiplied by 3 square, which is 9, multiplied by 8, and therefore volume is equal to pi multiply by 9 times 8 is 72, and therefore answer is pi 72 or 72 pi, which is C. So therefore answer 440 is C. So thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember to continue to practice, and we will see you for part 3 of this 2015 multiple choice paper. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe as we all prepare for it.